the problem that the market is kind of have right now is that a lot of these companies cannot really justify the AI spend, right? They're spending a lot of money on running these AI models, and it's just it's not as profitable as they would hope, right? Because I mean, there's a huge process. You have to train the model, you have to see if this model is profitable, and then you have to run it. It just costs so much, right? So with NVIDIA's launch of these Rubin uh, compute engines, I mean, this is incredible, right? I mean, he's finally saying that for the first time ever that, AI models are profitable. And, if it's cheaper to train and create these AI models, then there's going to just be an unlimited amount of AI models. So, when you really train an AI model and make it serve its purpose, I mean, you could just do great things, right? like, like I said before, I spoke about the digital twins. I mean, first is going to come into the business, the real world, because obviously when it comes onto physical things, real data that's already out there, you could actually create a digital twin. It's a lot more easier for you to create a digital twin rather than a company like HIMS, right? That were to decide to create a digital twin. It's going to be a lot more harder. Why? Because you need live data, right? You need live metrics. And, at this age that we are now, like, you just can't get that type of live information to create simulations. So we're just not at that point yet. But I feel like we will get to that point. It's gonna take a little longer than that. It's not easy, because I mean, like, getting live biomarkers is insane, right? That takes a lot of compute. We don't have that compute yet. Palantir at the moment, if you guys don't know already, I mean, they literally take data that you just cannot organize properly, and they take that data and actually create a simulation, basically reorganize the data that a company already has, right? And they're able to produce outcomes within that simulation to make the business run a lot more better. Same thing when it goes on to the military, right? So yeah, I mean, we're entering a very interesting time, right? These AI models are just gonna go crazy. This is gonna, like, for the first time ever, you can finally have no limits when it comes down to AI models. No limits at all. You could create something incredible. So yeah, I mean, listen, the world right now is finally fully ready for agentic AI, right? The thing about an AI model is that not only is it answering your question, it's trying to find out exactly what type of question you want. It goes to look for the data. Then it tries to articulate the data and see this is exactly what you're doing. And it finds mistakes. It does all these steps, right? And all these steps within an AI model cost tokens, right? It could be a lot, So with this new compute engine that NVIDIA launched, I mean, these tokens are going to be insanely cheap, right? And it's going to help everybody. I personally think if NVIDIA did not launch this would have been a problem, right? Because I mean, literally, like I said before, like, the president of Uber, he's trying to justify if the spending is right or not. Microsoft is cutting back on cloud a little bit on certain models. So, like, yeah, I mean, a lot of these companies are gonna start to realize that, yo, like, that bill is pretty expensive. So, like, yeah, and then we have Amazon right now. I mean, their balance sheets and the depreciation curve that they already have. I personally think I'm starting to change my viewpoint a little bit when it comes to Amazon. Because I mean, by having these new Rubin GPUs, it's gonna put you at an edge way more than everybody else. I mean, if the demand is this crazy, the fact that AI models are going to be produced unlimitedly, this is going to create just higher demand, right? And then with that higher demand, you could kind of like understand, okay, like we can go ahead and buy these new GPUs and produce these tokens for cheap. So it is a very interesting time. And then there's another thing that I want to talk about as well, right? I mean, with these new Rubin GPUs about to be launched into the ecosystem, I think personally with the hyperscalers that the EV multiples is gonna expand dramatically, right? Because I mean, in this market right now, the companies with the highest debt, the highest dilution, they're gonna be questioning on whether, okay, should we dilute investors a lot more? Should we take on more debt? Like the limitations of that expansion is going to be limited with these companies, right? Rather than like an Amazon or a Microsoft or a Google, for example, right? They actually have the most leverage, literally. Like the profitability that these companies will get from these new GPUs is going to be incredible. is going to be incredible, right? So, I mean, I don't know what I mean. Iron, great investment. All these other data center companies, still great, but I think at this point in time, the EV multiples of these companies, it, I think it's an inflection point. Like I truly believe it's an inflection point because it's like this is insane, right? Because like the fact that if you can get these GPUs and put that inside of your data centers, this is gonna take you way ahead, way ahead. I mean, of course, you got to go through doing the labs. You got to train your AI models. You got to make sure everything is cooled correctly. You got to test everything, which takes maybe about 6 to 7 months to really put it into the system. But yeah, I mean, listen, this is gonna change the game forever, literally. So yeah, I'm curious to know what's gonna happen with Agentic AI. You know, digital twins is gonna continue to get better as time goes on, of course. I mean, obviously. And yeah, I mean, and then of course, like, oh, I got a thing. And then, yeah, of course, like when it comes down to like the pathways within a chip, I mean, if you can get that AI model, right? And then like say you have the AI model and you want it to be as efficient as possible, instead of upgrading to these crazy GPU chips, you could probably create your own custom chip, run that AI model, see exactly the pathway of that what that AI model is doing to run, and then basically like literally create a chip that fits that exact same AI model, right? Because you don't want to overspend on a chip that has more performance, and this is not necessary, right? So yeah, I mean, it's getting pretty interesting. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm pretty curious about what you guys think about AI and chiplets. But it is pretty fascinating, and I honestly, NVIDIA truly changed the game forever. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace out. See you in the next one.